As I was walking to the gym, I suddenly heard a thump. I looked in front of me and some old guy had just tumbled and completely fell on the floor. He had a bloody nose. And I was thinking to myself, wow, that must really hurt. Then, a girl from the other side of the road crossed the road and came over to aid the man. And then I remembered, oh wait, why am I not helping this guy? Why am I acting like a bystander? This is an old man and he fell and he could have potentially broken a bone. When you're old, falling can be detrimental. Let's just go and help this guy as well. So I went over and I was like asking, are you okay? What's happening? Do you need any assistance? And the guy was fine. He went on his merry way. And after I saw that he was fine, I decided to leave and get back to my activities. But it weighed on me. The fact that this person needed help at the moment, like he fell over, and it wasn't my initial response to run and try and help him. I needed to see that girl go over to him before I realized, oh, yeah, I should be helping this guy as well. That weighed on me. I was thinking to myself, why did I need that girl to go and give me direction so I can actually help this person? I should already be doing that. It detrimented my self-image for this thing to happen, for me to not be this noble person I see myself as, to not help this person in need when I easily could have. It was my duty at that moment to help this man, to save him, if you want to use that word. And I didn't until that girl actually showed me the way. And obviously this was like a small thing. It didn't matter that much. It's not really a big deal. The guy was fine, right? But just understand that when you do something that conflicts with your self-image, it genuinely impacts you a lot. So when I saw this guy and I didn't help him immediately, as I was leaving, I kind of was having negative thoughts. I was disappointed in myself. I expected better of me, of Prince, and I didn't do that. And maybe you've never experienced this, maybe you wouldn't understand, but every single person, including you, including me, we all have a self-image, a self-belief of ourselves, how we view ourselves, what type of person you are, what type of person I am. And every single time you conflict with your self-beliefs, what you want for yourself, it drastically impacts you. Genuinely, it does. It is the worst mental attack that could possibly be placed upon you. It really is the worst possible thing. Someone can insult you. Someone can swear at you. But when you do something that conflicts with your self-image, it hurts you the most. I see myself as this noble guy, this magnanimous person who helps people. I didn't help that guy. Imagine how that affected me. Now I was having questions. Who am I? Why didn't I help that person? I should be the person who helps people. It's literally my job to help people. Why didn't I help that person? I'm having all of these thoughts now. It's just distracting me. It's the same when you do something like you relapse. You know fapping is bad for you, obviously. If you don't know fapping is bad for you, research the negative effects of it. It's extremely detrimental and you shouldn't be doing it. When you eventually at some point relapse, it affects you so much more because you tell yourself that you aren't the type of guy who fabs. You don't do that shit. It's bad for you. You don't do it. When you end up relapsing, when you do end up doing it and you don't follow your self-belief, that affects you so much more than if you're the type of guy who kind of just sees fapping as, something that you do every once in a while. It doesn't really matter that much. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? When you don't align to your inner self, you will end up feeling so negative. That's when you get depression. When you do something that conflicts with your inner beliefs, that's when you end up feeling low energy and drained, and you kind of don't like yourself in this weird way. And I'm sure you've experienced it. You tell yourself you'll go to the gym every single day. You're going to be super productive. You're going to wake up, take a cold shower. You're going to do 1,000,000 push-ups just as a warm-up. You wake up. Maybe you do the cold shower, but you don't even go to the gym. You miss the gym. You wake up late. Everything is ruined. It hurts you so much. You told yourself you were this entirely different guy, and you didn't even fulfill your expectations. It's the worst possible mental affliction that you could face ever. So help people. If you see yourself as somebody who does help people, and if you don't, you really should. Why would you want to be a bad person? Why would you want to be a bystander? Why would you want to be the type of person who doesn't help anyone? Is that really a good life to live? Do you want to live a life where you don't help people? Do you want to be selfish? I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think that's a good idea. I don't want to go to jail currently. So, sorry, I just need to not laugh from the joke I had in my head. If you want to reduce the amount that you conflict with your inner self, so you are more congruent, then there are a few ways you can do this. One is to just lower your expectations. And it sounds kind of bad and demeaning. I'm literally the guy who's constantly talking about having this level of arrogance. And now I'm literally telling you, no, lower your expectations. And the reason as to why is because when you lower your expectations, when you end up messing up at some point, it doesn't affect you as much. If you, let's say you want to stop eating sugar, and currently you eat 4 donuts every single day, 4 Krispy Kreme donuts. If you just go to eating no damn donuts at all, you just say, nope, I'm never eating donuts again, I'm gonna stop eating donuts. You may last for a day, you may last for a week, or an entire week of no sugar. You may even last for a month, a year. No, that's actually not realistic. You won't last for a year. And here's why. If you just do this thing where you immediately stop what you were doing before, your body will immediately try and slingshot back into the old habits. Because it's just a habit. You're used to doing that. You are the type of person who eats 4 donuts every day. It's very difficult to immediately just snap your fingers and it's gone. It's just a trait that's part of you now. The only way to actually solve this properly is to, 1, do it progressively. And that's what most people do who are successful with it. Rather than saying I'm just going to quit donuts entirely, they do it very slowly, because then it's a lot easier to adjust the inner and outer self. They just remove 1 donut, for the week, but they still have 3 a day. Then they remove another donut. Now they are literally halfway to their goal, 2 weeks. Another one, and another one. Within a month, they've already quit, and it's been very seamless, and it hasn't affected them much, because their body is still kind of getting the dopamine that it wants from the donuts. And it's a very slow, gradual descent. Another method, which is my personal favorite, however I haven't tested this myself, is just to live with like-minded people. When you live with like-minded people, they will propel you to your goals. If you are trying to quit junk food, sure, you can progressively overload it. You can remove junk food in your house so you're less likely to get it. Sure, that's all good. However, if you live with the boys and they see you about to gobble up some donuts, they'll be telling you, bro, stop eating that. Why are you grabbing donuts? You said you were going to quit. Put that down. They will literally be there to keep you accountable, and there's no way you can actually take those donuts. There's no way you can do those bad habits. So a very long-term goal that will instantly make this so much easier, your journey entirely, is to live with the boys. And remember, it needs to be people who are like-minded. It can't be like losers. You need to live with people who are actually good people, who have similar goals, who want to improve their lives, who are trying to learn to socialize, who are trying to go to the gym and build a body. And there's one place that you can find those people: the Social Protocol. Check the top link in the description. It's the Social Protocol, and it is a framework that shows you exactly how to get from level 0 of social skills, where you can't talk to anyone, to level 2, where you can talk to any man at any time, no matter what. But what's even more important in the Social Protocol is the community, because in the community, there are like-minded people. You are literally joining a community for less than a Domino's pizza with people who are like-minded, who want to go to the gym, who want to learn to socialize, who are 3-dimensional. You often see these people who are just 1-dimensional. They either are just like complete gym cells, and all they do is the gym. That's their entire life. That's the one productive thing they do. But they still do all of the bad habits. Like if you go to the gym, even the most jacked person, they still kind of fat. They still aren't really good at socializing. You will meet all of these people who are 3-dimensional. They don't only go to the gym. They don't only want to improve their lives and learn to socialize. They don't only want to start a business, make some money. They don't only have other hobbies, maybe music. I'm taking up the piano. They have all of these different traits encompassing them to make them 3D. They have all of these different things. They aren't just one thing and that's all they can talk about. And you can literally look on the map, see the people who are near you, and be like, oh, hey, I saw that you were in my town. How about we meet up and hit a workout? An instant way to make friends, brothers who are like you. And then eventually, if things work out, if you like each other, you can all literally just rent a place out, live together. The fastest method of growth. Check that out, top link in the description. I'll meet you in there. Remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye-bye.